Hello, YouTubers. Welcome to The Forgotten City. This is a game out by the Modern Storyteller team, and they have provided me with a key code to show you the game today. My name is Keechan, and we gotta note this little message over here by the right side. I'm not allowed to show you guys anything beyond the wide hallway, not knowing what that is. But this game really caught my eye. I usually don't play a lot of story games, so very excited for this one. And we'll see what it's all about. And without further ado, one thing to note before we go in is that this is a Skyrim mod that was so popular that they have made it its own standalone game. So just keep that in mind, and you might have seen it before. I have never heard of that Skyrim mod until I was introduced to the game here. But I'm very excited because the preview material, the trailers, look so damn good. Four developers, 3 people, sorry, over 4 years. This is a mystery adventure with multiple endings. It rewards thoughtful conversation and exploration, not brute force. The fate of the city is in your hands. And I've played a lot of Skyrim too, so this should be interesting to see kind of how much of Skyrim is visible in this game, and yeah, present day.
Hey, you're alive. When I dragged you out of the river, I thought you were never gonna wake up. I checked your pockets for ID, a phone, maybe. I hope you don't mind. But all I found was some loose change. So, wanna tell me who you are?
Interesting. So we are in modern day time. She asked for a phone. Select your body type. Oh, I'm a man, I guess. Okay. Enter. I am the whitest, pastiest boy you will ever meet. My name is Kichen.
Well, it's nice to meet you. And I'm sorry to pry, but any idea why you were floating down the river? What's the last thing you remember?
Let's see. I was searching for ancient ruins. I was on a covert mission. Oh, so we can go. Then here we become an archaeologist. Years of studying history give you occasional insight into the ancient world. Or I was on a covert mission, so then we are a soldier. You have military issued firearm, but only 10 bullets. You'll have to use them judiciously, since there's no way to get more. And I was on the run from the law, fugitive. Your time on the run from the authorities has made you quick on your feet, and you're 25% faster when sprinting. Or amnesiac. Your recent head trauma increased your pain threshold, making you harder to take down. I think I'm an archaeologist then. I was searching for ancient ruins.
You're an archaeologist? Then you'll definitely want to hear this. I don't know if it's
Sure.
exactly what you're looking for, but there are some
Hit me.
ruins just behind you. Roman, I think. I need you to go in there and see if you can find a guy named Al for me. He went in there a few hours ago, and he hasn't come out. I've been freaking out, wondering if he's trapped or injured or worse. I would have gone in after him, but he made me promise to stay here, no matter what. There's no way I'm leaving without him, so I'm just kind of stuck here, waiting. What I mean is, I was hoping you wouldn't mind going in there to find him? If you can do that, I can get both of you back to civilization in my boat. Please?
Well, since you said please.
Oh, of course. Sorry, I don't mean to be pushy. What do you want to know?
Let's ask her some questions. What's your story? Who is Al? Where are we? So what can you tell me about the ruins?
But imagine what you might find in there. Priceless ancient artifacts. Al...
Who is
The
Al?
guy who washed up on the riverbank not long before you did. I thought maybe you two knew each other. I guess not. But maybe the two of you can piece together what you're doing here. In any case, you'll like him, I'm sure. Once you find him, that is.
Yeah, so who is she? She's just taking people out of rivers and then sending them into ruins? What's your
There's not
story?
much to tell. Feels like I've spent my whole life in a dead-end job with an endless commute. Know what I mean?
You're not even going to tell me your name?
I'd rather not say if it's all the same to you.
Well, that is stranger. I'd really like to know, especially if I'm going to help you. Why don't you want to tell me? Why don't you want to tell me?
Fine. Sorry if I sounded cagey. It's just that I don't always get the best reactions when I introduce myself. My name's Karen.
Da. Why are you scared of telling people your name is Karen? Oh, all those me. All those Karen memes really ruined that name, huh? Seriously, I was thinking about it. And I'm like, they're not going to bring that into the game.
Yeah, something like that. But right now, I have bigger problems, like finding Al.
Amazing. Where are we?
Don't remember? We're in Italy. This river is the Tiber.
And we just happen to speak English, okay? Have you tried calling for help?
An idiot? You could hike a long, long way in any direction and never find another soul. Trust me.
Fine, that's all the questions I had.
Go look for Al?
I'm going in for the priceless artifacts, but I'll keep an eye out for him.
The entrance is just past those columns behind you. Oh, and he left this here. But I think you'll need it more than I will.
She's got a gun! Oh, it's a flashlight, okay. Heavy-duty, battery-powered flashlight. Take item. Oh, we can drag to examine. Oh. Alright, can I burn myself? No, she's got a little stake. Can I pick it up? Can zoom in. Okay. Well, it's a pretty game. Anything else to do here?
Back already? Thanks again.
I'll be going now. Sure. No worries, madam. I'll just go find your... Not your friend, not my friend, just a random dude that you also fished out of the river. Sure, I'll get that done. Can I sprint? Oh, I was sneaking. I see. Into the ruins. Quid pro quo. Uh-huh. Oh. Inspect. A rusted metal torch, which must have been lit by Al. I'm going the right way. Alright. That's a little bit of an assumption. You should never assume. But I suppose, who else would have lit it? And Al just lit torches on the path. Because he felt like it, I guess. Yep. Video games have trained me to check every nook and cranny. But I don't think there's gonna be anything here. It doesn't feel like that kind of game. Yeah, no, they want me to proceed with the mission and the story. Fine. Oh, Al's note.
It means I've discovered the entrance to an ancient Roman city hidden deep underground.
Oh. Its existence is long forgotten. All knowledge of it is lost. Except in the Latin inscription here. It reads. Did we get the rest of it? I thought he would keep reading. Oh no. I broke it, guys. So quickly. Can I read it somehow? No. Tap P to enter photo mode in game. Okay, that's not what I was trying to do.
Its existence.
Achievement.
All knowledge of it lost, except in the Latin inscription here. It reads, "You who wish to enter the city, step forth and be judged. The virtuous shall be rewarded with eternal life in paradise. The wicked shall find themselves showered in gold, but in vain. For this shall be their final resting place." Could an underground city have remained a secret for all this time? Could people have survived down there, against the odds? It seems there's only one way to find out. If I'm not back in an hour, I'm somewhere on the other side. Consider this an invitation. Or a warning. Al Worth.
Huh. Alright, it's a very atmospheric game for sure. I'm digging this. Oh. Meminice Semper Vigilaband. Archaeologist's insight. Always remember they are watching. Okay, so because we were archaeologists, we could read that, I guess. That's cool. That's why I went for the archaeology thing, then we can learn more stuff. Ooh. Who are you? Is there a way to turn on that flashlight? Quest tracking tip. I press tab. So to see your objective markers for a given quest, click the eye beside it. Okay, we were doing that already. Inventory. Flashlight. No way to activate it currently. It's also battery powered. Oh, well, I was wrong. We can jump. This golden statue seems to be not so much a statue. Oh, and a Roman gladiator mid-stride? What could have made a gladiator flee? Well, it's a statue. He isn't fleeing. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Wink, wink. Curl hic esne. Oh, bit of a loading thing there. Well, we could grab one of these statues and get out, and we would be rich for the rest of our life, so... gold is probably not worth that much, but grab a few of them then. So, we don't need to go deeper, am I right? F5 to quick save. A Roman military commander attempting to scramble away from something. Not all the statues are inspectable, but some of them seem to be. A Roman legionary in a state of terror. Looking at something. Alright. Mysterious. I mean, so I wouldn't guess that people were still alive down here. If I found a cave like this, I mean, sure, it could be a theory, but it wouldn't be my first guess that people had survived down here for 2,000 years. A Roman woman who appears to be praying for help that never came. Oh, look at it over there. Okay, we came from up here. We're probably going over there then. Huge place. Follow Al's trail. Updated. Oh. A golden statue of an old man wearing modern clothing. This must be Al. But how is that possible? How can we conclude that that must be Al? I think that's again a bit of an assumption. And how did he hang himself? No. Oh, but...
Whoever reads this, I'm sorry you had to find me like this. And worse, she'll suffer the same fate I did. I've spent a lifetime in this place, going around and around in circles, searching for a way out. The inscription was right. There is no way back. In here, there are only two options. Death, or that godforsaken doorway into the past. I made the mistake of stepping through it. I wanted to set things right. And I tried. I really tried. Whatever I did, it took me right back to the beginning. Don't make the same mistake. Better to end it all now. Find out what awaits you beyond that portal.
Jesus, that's dark. Okay, apparently there's no way out, he says, so I'm not going to try to go back, but I'm assuming that we can't. A young Roman woman in a state of panic, and I toppled her. Sorry, lady. Okay. Stay out of my head. Oh boy. A Roman man on his knees, as if begging the gods or his gods for mercy. Okay. I heard you. Sure, what could possibly go wrong? Raise your flashlight. It's so bright, I wouldn't need it. In fact, that's a little bright, damn. Hold shift to sprint. Alright, something's happening. Saving. Step through the doorway into the past. Forget me not was the main goal. Oh, okay, I've got a little bit of latency here. There was a big loading time too. I'll probably put in a cut there so you guys won't have to sit through that. A Roman relief depicting a great circular portal and two women. I wonder who they could be. Okay. Ooh, that loading. Damn. Big place then. Figure out how to return to your original time, point of origin. So, if you hadn't guessed it, this game takes place in the past. But we are a man brought from, well, the present day to the past by some mysterious means. Oh, that's the guy we just saw praying. I think he's supposed to have a voice line here. Oh, here we go.
I'm Galerius. Mind telling me who you are and what you were doing in the Shrine of Proserpine?
I'm Keechan, and I got lost. Shrine of Proserpina? I'm Keechan, and I've just come from the future.
No idea what you're talking about. Oh, wait. Are you a bit, not right in the head? That's all right, friend. Everyone's welcome here.
Thanks. Thanks, I guess.
Most folks seem a bit confused when they get here, but you seem very lost, and in more ways than one. So let me make this nice and simple for you. Live by our law here, and we'll all get along just fine.
Your loss?
Laws? Law. There's just one, the golden rule. And the punishment for breaking it's kind of horrific. But our magistrate insists we take all newcomers to see him, so I guess I'll let him fill you in. So then, you coming?
How about explaining that golden law?
Follow me. When I first arrived, I couldn't believe there were people living down here. But, as you can see, we've got a nice little community now. Only 23 of us at the moment, if you count the 3 who are missing. No idea how, since nobody knows a way out. But it's just big and dark enough to get lost in, if you're not careful.
Aren't you going to introduce me to your handsome new friend, Galerius?
Keep it in your loincloth, Aurelia. I'm taking him to see the magistrate.
That pompous old boy
Hello
won't be
there.
magistrate for much longer. Anyone who helps vote him out today drinks at my bar for free tonight.
You got it, lady.
I'd stay clear of it and her if I were you. She's, it's not my place to say. Down on your right is our farm, where I grow all the food you'll ever want. As long as all you want is leek, cabbage, and wheat. Huh. That one usually gets a chuckle.
The bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone.
Don't mind Livia. She means well. She's just been in a bad place since... Well, you know, I don't know what happened to her. Up here on your right
see.
is the chasm. If you've got a weapon, it belongs way down at the bottom. Up on your left is the forum, where you can visit the market or get yourself patched up in Lucretia's clinic in the Shrine of Apollo. Most of us have almost nothing, just what we had on us when we arrived, and what we've been able to make and scrounge up since. And this central plateau is where the magistrate and the other patricians live, so don't expect a warm welcome.
Galerius, you're meant to be working the farm, not trudging dirt into the villas.
Take it easy, Horatius. I was just taking our new friend here to see the magistrate.
Well, he's asked me to escort the newcomer personally. The farm. Go. Now.
You'd better go with him. But just remember, they're not like you and me. Don't let them use you.
What was that? What did you just say?
I said it'll take some getting used to.
Yeah, I'm watching you, farm boy. Greetings, citizen. My name's Horatius. Magistrate Sentius asked me to escort you to him personally. Follow me, please.
What's this about?
The magistrate wants to brief you about the Golden Rule. It shouldn't take too long. He's busy preparing for the election later today.
I mean, sounds good. Lead the way.
The only thing you really need to understand right now is the Golden Rule. Let me see if I can explain it this way. When I was serving in the Legion, if there was a mutiny brewing in one cohort, the legate in charge wouldn't waste time finding the bad apples among hundreds. They just divided us into groups of 10, made us draw straws, and whoever drew the short straw had to be executed by the other 9. Didn't matter whether he'd done anything wrong. One of us in 10 would die for the crimes of the collective. We call it decimation. If that seems like rough justice to you, you're in for a rude shock. Because the Golden Rule is exactly 10 times worse. The magistrate can explain the rest. Who's up these stairs?
Hello there.
Ugh, I wish
So-
Horatius would
oh.
stop letting barbarians in here. What do you want?
Hey, do you come here often? What do you think about the Golden Rule? Do you know way out of here? What's your story?
This daughter of the magistrate, but you'd know that if you'd been invited in here and introduced properly. What are you doing in here, and why are you dressed like that?
I'm not from around here.
You've noticed, what with your flawless accent, appropriate attire, and impressive mastery of our customs. Now, remind me, why are we having this conversation?
I'll be going now.
I trust you can see yourself out.
Up this way, he said. So, I think it might be that guy. Magistrate Sentius.
We're finally alone. I assume you already know who I am. May I know your name?
I am Keechan.
Curious name to match a curious accent. But I digress. I see you have the piercing and astute eyes of a man of great learning. We're always happy to welcome another scholar to our little community. Equitia will be delighted to meet you, I'm sure. Now, you're probably wondering why I summoned you, and I'll get to that. But
First, take a look at this wondrous place, would you? A secret city built deep in the mountains, many hundreds of years ago.
It's beautiful. It really is.
More importantly, consider the miraculous community we've built here over the last 7 months. 22 complete strangers brought together by the fates, living and working together in our own little paradise. And in all that time, not a single sin has been committed. No fights, no theft, nothing. Have you ever witnessed something so extraordinary as a city without sin?
22 people isn't exactly a city. And didn't the other guy say 23? But maybe he counted me.
Nor could I, until I came here. But the reason for this miracle is as simple as it is terrifying. If even one person commits a sin here, every last one of us will die. You see, the builders of this place, whoever they were, left inscriptions warning, "The many shall suffer for the sins of the one." From what we can gather, breaking the law here will anger the gods and provoke a terrible punishment. Like the curses of Medusa and Midas combined, turning us all to gold. We've come to call it the Golden Rule. It's extraordinary that we've survived as long as we have, and each day I grow more and more afraid that our time in the sun is almost up. And now it seems that day is finally here. All that matters is that somebody in this city is about to break the Golden Rule. Why else would Proserpina send you now? Unless you and I can stop them, our doom is assured. I know that's a lot to take in, and you look like you have questions. Please, ask away.
Interesting. Yeah, what counts as a sin was my first question, so let's start there.
Intelligent question. There was a good deal of debate about that in our first weeks here. Does it refer to crimes, or to some other ill-defined wrong? Of course, everyone agrees on the basics. No theft, no assault, and certainly no murder. But beyond that,
course.
it's more difficult to reach a consensus. What about lying, insulting someone, blasphemy, trespass, trying to escape, bribery, infidelity, suicide? As magistrate, I had to exercise leadership, and so I made a decision. We must uphold the laws of the Empire to a standard never before seen. And we must honor the peace of the gods, the sacred accord between the gods and the people of Rome. It is only by offering the gods the proper respect that we may prosper, as Rome has for centuries.
I'm not sure if that's a good idea. What is legal isn't always moral, and many of your laws and customs are considered barbaric where I'm from. Okay. Go for it.
Barbaric? What are you talking about? The Empire is the most civilizing force in the known world. Rome is a beacon of light in the darkness. For 800 years she has borne great statesmen, philosophers, poets, artists, and engineers. We have comprehensive laws protecting the rights of our citizens, which have unified countless warring tribes all across the Mediterranean and beyond, from Gallia to Judea. All our citizens are treated the same, regardless of the color of their skin or their sexual preference. Can you say the same? When our people are starving, they are given food rations, and when they are wronged, they have the right to bring the guilty party before the magistrate. Our laws forbid treason, murder, assault, and rape, as well as theft and arson, and so on. No other civilization in the world is so advanced, and you have the hubris to call us barbaric?
My mistake. Don't your laws allow for slaves? Blood sports for entertainment? Women have fewer rights than men? persecute Christians, don't you practice collective punishment? What about the slave thing?
What else would we do with those prisoners of war who would otherwise have been executed? And besides, there are laws for their protection as well.
All right, we're having a philosophical debate with an ancient Roman here. Let's go for it. I don't want to do all of these, but like the blood sports.
But our gladiators are almost all volunteers seeking glory, or condemned prisoners who would have been executed anyway. I do not see the harm.
Fair enough. And what about women having fewer rights than men?
But with fewer rights come fewer responsibilities, and the right to be protected by their fathers and husbands.
My mistake.
Pronouncement on the subject. Unfortunately, there are still those here who resist, whispering blasphemous and treasonous lies in the shadows. I would be keeping a close eye on them if I were you.
What did you mean when you said Proserpina sent me? Well, it's because I came out of the temple. So how does the ritual work? How does the ritual work?
Is that it's a ritual sacrifice to Proserpina. I stumbled across instructions. I have to recite a prayer, and of course, as with all rituals, some sacrifice is involved. Usually that means wine or food, or in some cases a live animal. In this case, the sacrifice is rather more costly. The life of the person performing the ritual. I don't suppose you saw any sign of me in the future?
I did see human remains in the temple.
I assume that was me. If I'm forced to perform the ritual, it's going to cost me everything. You'll try to make sure I don't need to use it, won't you?
I'll do my best.
I suppose that's all I can ask for.
To be fair, I don't remember what ritual he talked about, but surely we will learn soon. So, why can't you investigate this?
You're in the best position to go around asking people questions. You're new here, and it'll seem perfectly normal. As for me,
Fair enough.
well, it pains me to say my attempts to impose order have not earned me many friends. I fear I may not even remain magistrate after today's election. The people here would only treat my curiosity with suspicion. You shouldn't have that problem, though, unless, of course, you get off on the wrong foot.
Fair enough. Do you have any suspects?
Stare at a problem for so long that you can't see it for what it is anymore. What's needed here is a fresh pair of eyes. The less I prejudice the independence of your investigation, the better.
Fair enough. How do I know you're not the person responsible? I did have a feeling that maybe he could be, but he's gonna willfully sacrifice himself, but let's go for it.
Why would you suspect me? I've just told
Exactly.
you I'm about to sacrifice my own life to ensure these people have a second chance. What reason could you possibly have to suspect me, of all people?
Fair point.
I don't think so. Without trust, without each other, we won't be able to prevent what is about to happen.
Come on, tell me what you really think.
All right. There are those who wish to vote me out of office so that they can pursue their own misguided political agenda. Frankly, their selfishness and recklessness risk destabilizing the entire city. I would be looking very carefully at them if I were you.
If I do this, will you help me get back to my own timeline? I'm not gonna ask that. That's all the questions I had.
So, are you with me? Can I count on you to figure out who's about to break the golden rule?
Doesn't seem like I have much choice.
Suppose you do. see the sense in self-preservation.
Good point. I am in.
Now, I need you to investigate the city, talk to everyone, help them if it'll win their trust. I authorize you to enter private homes and inspect possessions and documents, unless, of course, you're asked to leave. Figure out who the culprit is, and as soon as you have a name, come back and tell me immediately.
All right, I'll get started.
Last thing, if I were you, I'd start my investigation by visiting Lucretia at the Shrine of Apollo in the Forum. I heard wailing from there not long ago. Seems like something's not right.
I'll see what I can do. Oh, I'll get right on it. This will prioritize the new quest, showing its objective markers only. Okay. Okay, one thing I want to do real quick before we continue on here, that background ambience needs to be turned down just like half. The music, maybe a little bit more. Effects also. Light changes. Okay. I do wonder if maybe he's still gonna be the guy who breaks the golden rule. When I come to him and tell him a name, he might go and kill that person, and then that is going to be the cause of the event. Huh? Oh. I can steal his money?
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Whoops. You may go run. Follow Sintius back to the shrine and use his portal again. So, I did the one thing that I wasn't supposed to do. Well, they weren't kidding. Oh no! That's kind of funny though, you gotta give me that much. So, the little skull thing in the bottom left there is still going. What does that mean? It's gonna fill up, and that was my health bar, and now it filled up. A relief depicting a great circular portal and Proserpina, the Roman goddess of the cycle of life and renewal. Her story is a grim one. It said she was abducted by Pluto and forced into marriage against her will. I see. So does it just loop?
I don't think
Oh.
so. I've never seen you before in my life.
Your name is Galerius, and you are about to offer me to take him to Sintius so he can tell me about the Golden Rule.
I guess, how much did I drink last night? Sorry to have bothered you.
No problem, I have to go.
Be in a hurry. You should try out this device I made. Worked real hard on it.
Okay. Zipline handlebar. It's a rubber ducky with a pulley in the middle. A rudimentary zipline handlebar. Why would you hand this to a perfect stranger?
Attach the pulley to the rope over the lake and hang on to the handles. If it works, it'll be faster than walking. But
Okay.
it's completely safe. Probably.
Thanks, I'll be going now.
See you around.
Interesting. So we don't have to do the whole thing again, that's nice at least. So... Ah, I see there's like a zipline thing there. Okay. So anyway, I thought this would be as good a time as any to save here. Override that, sure. And call that a first episode of the Forgotten City. I am not sure exactly what constitutes the White Hall yet. We might already have gone past it. In that case, I hope you enjoyed this preview look here. If I'm allowed to show you guys more, I'll figure that out soon. And then if I am, more will come. Otherwise, I will say that this is looking to be a very interesting little mystery solving game. And I love this pulley system. So yeah, I'm gonna cut it here, guys, and I hope you all enjoyed it. See you soon, and bye bye.